Hello my lovely bookish friends, and welcome back to the Bookshop by the Sea. It is feeling so Christmassy in here. I've had the most beautiful day. We did like free mulled wine, which is what is in this tiny pink teacup, and free mince pies in the shop, and it was such a delight to see everyone coming in, and there's Christmas decorations up, and the whole town has like different like Christmas trees all the way through it, and lights and lit up, and everyone's shopping for Christmas presents, and it's just so joyful. Like the atmosphere in here is just so lovely. Although I have to say, surprising amount of people today were coming in. They were like, no, I just want to buy a book for myself for the Christmas period. I was like, yes, good self-care, top self-care people. So I love to see it, and I hope you're reading something cozy. Cheers to the mulled wine. If you don't have mulled wine wherever you are, it is warmed up red wine with spices added like clove and I think maybe cinnamon and orange, and you heat it up and it kind of all infuses, and it's just like the most delicious hot drink, so it's lovely. I have some book recommendations for you and some packages to open, so I'm going to give the shop a quick tidy because we've just shut and it's the Saturday before Christmas, so it's lovely, and then I will come back and chat with you. Okay, I have to recommend Jenny Colgan, The Christmas Bookshop. This was my Christmas read that I read on Christmas Eve. So there's a tradition, I think it's in Sweden, that on Christmas Eve you unwrap one book and you read it. And I love to go to the midnight mass Christmas service. For me, that's like one of my favourite church services of the whole year. It's just the candles and the atmosphere. So I read a book when all my family's already gone to bed, and I read a book to try and stay awake ready for the Christmas service. And then I walk to the midnight mass service and do the whole thing, and we get to say happy Christmas to everyone in my church community. And this was the book that I read last Christmas. Obviously it's based in a bookshop. Jenny Colgan just writes so delightfully as well. Her characters are always joy-filled but also with a bit of realism. Like, no, they're not realism, never mind. they feel real. They feel like real humans. They feel fully rounded. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Like, they feel like people that I would want to be friends with, but you know, they're not perfect, and I like that. And this was set, I think it's set in Edinburgh, so again it was set like Wales, Scotland. I feel like we're like cousins, so I really liked that, and I would like to write a book that kind of gives this energy and this vibe, and I think the book that I'm writing does give this vibe. It is also set in a bookshop. It's like a cozy romance, but this is the Christmas one, so maybe I have to write another Christmas one. Okay, more book recommendations. The Winter Spirits. This is Ghostly Tales for Frosty Nights. It's short stories by all different authors, and I actually loved this. And I am not a short stories person, really. To be honest, I don't really read short stories, but I loved this. I read it because Susan Stokes Chapman, who is here, she's been to the bookshop and she's just lovely. Her book's so good. If you've not read it, Pandora, amazing. But she came and she bought this book and she signed, oh, there you go, she signed this one. And so I read her book so that I could kind of hear her talk about it, and I read her short story and I actually really enjoyed them. I like how big the font is, and I liked being able to read a story and have the whole thing conclude, you know, like the whole thing finish. That felt really lovely. And I think around Christmas time, maybe to like sit by a fire and read a short story that's completed in that moment with that kind of wintry, written with that wintry essence in mind. I felt like that would be really nice. So this is The Winter Spirits and for Frosty Nights. And yeah, my favourite was the Susan Stokes Chapman one, but it's got Bridget Collins and Laura Purcell and just, yeah, loads of different authors in it. So if you enjoy this one, I'll put a link in the description. The other one I want to recommend was actually sent to me by one of you lovely YouTubers. It was so beautiful that somebody sent me this. I just love that people are sending me books as inspiration for writing my book. And this is Diary of a Tuscan Bookshop, which is all about a real little bookshop in Italy, and like about somebody who is working in Florence, living a hectic life. I think this is my favourite plot line of all time, and it's kind of was my life, but like living a hectic life. Mine was living a hectic life in London and then coming to work in a small bookshop in a small town in Wales, although hers was in Italy. Look at that pretty cover as well. That's so gorgeous, and it just gave me Italy vibes, and it really did inspire me. So thank you so much, and please keep sending stuff because I love this one. It was just delightful. Okay, so this one maybe doesn't feel like super Christmassy compared to the others. This is A Beautiful Evil by B. Fitzgerald. I read her other book that's called Girl, Goddess, Queen. It's like a bright pink cover, and it's a Hades and Persephone retelling. I thought it was going to be like a fantasy retelling, and it wasn't as fantasy as I'm used to, but I guess it's because it's a Greek myth retelling, so it's a little bit tamer on the fantasy, but it did still have kind of magical elements, which I really liked. And this one is actually a proof copy. It was published in 7th of August 2025, so it might not look exactly like this if you buy it from the shop, but I didn't get around to reading it this year, and it's based on Pandora's Box, and I'm half Greek, so I feel like I'm going to really enjoy reading this one, and maybe this is a good between Christmas and New Year kind of chunky book to get into, so I'm looking forward to this one. Okay, I have two packages. This one, let's have a look. Seems to be a book. Ooh, Lifeboat at the End of the World, a volunteer's story. Ooh, that's kind of cool because it's like we're at the end of the world. Oh, it's a proof copy, not published until next March. And this is about a lifeboat that launches into storms, heavy seas. Wow, that's so cool, and is staffed entirely by volunteers. That's amazing. What a cool story to read. And there's a little letter too. Dear Freya at the Bookshop by the Sea, greetings from Douglas. Hello, I wanted to share my new book with you first. Thank you so much. Wow. Lifeboat describes my time volunteering on the Douglas lifeboat, what it's like to save a life and what it's like to lose one. It is a story known only to those who are there. I hope you enjoy reading it. Dominic Gregory. Dominic, thank you so much. I think that's amazing what you do. Thank you for helping those in need in the sea. Believe me, here in Wales, we understand what a stormy sea was. In fact, the first bookshop flooded because a wave went over the roof. And we also, when we were there along the seafront, when my bookshop was there, we would have people being brought in because the lifeboats were right next door to us. And so they would bring people in and we would give them hot cups of tea and look after the children a little bit if the parents were shaken up. So that's really beautiful, and really, yeah, thank you for doing what you do. And then also thank you for writing a book. Congratulations, and amazing. The Lifeboat at the Edge of the World. What a cool title. I actually have a very similar title of a book that I'm writing that's not this one that I'm working on now, but maybe the next one. And I love that. That's so beautiful. I will definitely read it, and I really appreciate you sending it through. Okay, one more parcel. I don't know what this one is either. Today we were making loads of blind date with books because for Christmas it's like the perfect Christmas gift because they're already pre-wrapped. We were playing with stickers, and all day I was like, this is a fun job to get to like open parcels and stamp stickers. Oh, this is a publisher. A publisher has sent me a little letter with their latest catalogue. Oh, okay. So this is the books that are coming. So publishers sent me like a catalogue with all different books. So this is the kind of thing that they do. And then we can go through and kind of have a browse. Ooh, there's lots of craft ones in here. Oh, look, it's 100 Plants That Heal. And we've actually got that one in my shop right now on display. I thought that might be a fun Christmas present for someone. That's very cool. And so then we can go through and pick what a nice thing to get to do for the new year. See what people would want to read in January. I truly wanted to take a moment to say, as we go into the new year and as we go into, this new season for all of us, I feel like this year has had so many transformative things in it. And as we step into like a new season, hopefully in our lives, I just wanted to take a moment of gratitude and thank everyone so much. I think that we have to say thank you for the highs and the lows, which is really challenging. But truly, I can say from the bottom of my heart that this channel and getting to share my little bookshop with all of you around the world has been a highlight. It has been such a delight, and receiving people's posts and letters and postcards and artwork and everything that you all sent me has just, it's meant so much. It's really meant so much, and running a bookshop it's a dream. I love it so much, but sorry. It's really wonderful to get to share it with the world and to see all of your responses and to have you coming into the shop and meeting me in person and telling me what this channel means to you as well, and what sharing this means, and hearing that people have watched these episodes of the Bookshop Diaries in hospital, or cuddled up with a loved one, or over a cup of tea in the morning with their breakfast. It means the world. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining my little bookshop story, and I can't wait for the next year. I can't wait to show you more of our bookshop. I can't wait to show you the events we're going to do, and I can't wait to share the book that I've been writing. So just mwah, happy Christmas. Bye everyone.